What's up, my community? If it's your first time, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. So, like many of you, I grew up learning Black history, learning the big greats Dr. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, the list goes on. But it was fascinating as I grew up to find out that there were many other individuals in our Black community who contributed to our Black history, but did not gain the notoriety that they deserved. So, for this Black History 2021, I decided to go out and interview some amazing, great individuals in our Black community who are doing great things and leaving their footprint in our Black history. So I want to encourage you to grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and listen in with us. And so for this first episode of my Black Business Highlight Blitz, I would like to introduce to some and reintroduce to others Miss Sharonda Christopher.
Hey, everybody. Thank you.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Super excited and honored to be here. Thank you so much for thinking of me and our business adventure.
Absolutely. And listen, you guys, I want to say that I feel honored that she decided to even do this interview. Just to give you guys a little bit of background of our friendship and how it started. We met like about, I think it's maybe around 2013ish or so. Yes. Through church. And Sharonda, I don't have any biological sisters, but God has placed some amazing women in my life that are basically my sisters from another mister. And Sharonda is definitely one of those. She is like that big sister that you want to have in your corner, that you can talk to about anything. She has the absolute most best advice, you guys, which is one of like the business she's going to talk to you today. It is her to the core. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Thanks, Dan. Yes. I'm super hyped. I'm hoping everybody's enjoying this Black history. And thank you for being such an innovator and making sure that the unsung heroes and other people who are contributing to us every day get noted. And you are definitely one of those. So, kudos for you doing this.
Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. That's just my whole goal. Like one of the biggest goals, and probably one of the proudest segments of this channel that I've started is highlighting Black businesses and showing people that we have quality people in our Black community who are doing great things, and that you should support these businesses. So,
absolutely.
Yes. So, speaking of that, why don't you let people know who you are, a little bit about yourself? She's an amazing person, mother. So I'll just let you tell a little bit about yourself and your business.
Okay, great. Once again, I'm Sharonda Green Christopher. I am a mother of an adorable, awesome little boy, Daniel. He's 18 months. He's everything, just like everybody would say about their children. So first and foremost, I just want to recognize being blessed to be his mom. And I'm also an educator of 18 years. I worked in special education in all different types of school settings, private, charter, public. So it's been really amazing doing that. I've also been in ministry for 17 years, starting working with youth and women and young adults. And so Dee and I actually got to work together in ministry, and so I love that part. We've done missions and all that good stuff. So yeah, that and friend, daughter, the whole nine. We all wear 1,001 hats. So
yes.
That's the view. But my business is DREEAMMS Global. And what we do is that we work with women to help them fulfill their dreams and life and love, both online and offline. We want to make sure that those dreams that God downloaded on the inside of you, you go ahead and get them out. Because we need it. Everybody's supply is so important. And so our three main products would be coaching, consulting, publishing, and teaching. So we've been able to, I literally put everything that I've done in my life together so that I can help others fulfill the dreams God given them. Yeah.
That is awesome. And so one interesting thing you said is that you help women. So does Dreams Global is your main target audience women, and you can also assist males, or is it just literally women that you assist?
Okay, good question. So I definitely target women because I know we can relate, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's no like, I'm not serving you. This is Black history. We're all inclusive, you know what I mean?
That's right.
But what happened was I started out in my first campaign was You Glow Girl. And it came out of like, literally, let me just be honest. It came out of me feeling like I was not glowing. I didn't feel the shine. I didn't feel the joy. So I came out with a You Glow Girl campaign. And so women, I'm telling you, they took to it. They were supportive and great. Then I came out with a global for men, and only 2 guys.
I got 2 guys. Okay.
Only 2 guys out of everybody I know was into it. So I was like, dang, maybe I don't serve men. Like, I don't know what that's all about. Okay. So as my business kept going, I began to realize like all my colors are pink and green and everything. I realized and shiny. So I realized
you being you.
Exactly. I realized that the audience were actually women, and those men who take to fulfilling their dreams, they literally want to help men and women too. You see what I'm saying? So when I help them do the publishing and I help them to do whatever they want to do, their goal is to make sure that the moms and their sisters and their aunties and their daughters are impacted by it. So that's why the target's there. But guys, don't worry. If you got a dream, we can help you. So that's a very good question. Thank you.
Absolutely. And you sort of kind of touched on it already, but would you like to go into a little bit more what made you decide to create Dreams Global as a business?
Absolutely. So as I was saying like earlier, I was not feeling it. Okay. So about 2017, I found myself in like a horrible situation where I just wasn't happy. I felt down. That year, it felt gloomy. I don't know if you ever experienced it, but I just couldn't get the joy and the bubbly Sharonda back. And what I realized one morning was, I can't stand for it anymore. This is not me. This is not what I'm meant to do. So I put God to the test, and I was like, I'm not getting up from here till you tell me what's going on.
Yes.
You're going to have to help me. And literally, I was led to write down everything that was important to me. And I realized at that time that everything that I put on the paper made the acronym DREAMS. So like, seriously, just for a moment, just saying, I love God, divinity. I love people, relationships. I love helping people in ministry, evangelism. I love making money. I love helping other people make money, entrepreneurship. Yes. I love academics. I'm a teacher, academics, so it kept on going like that. And literally it spelled out dreams. So a light bulb came off. I've been concentrating on everything I didn't like. I was concentrating on every situation that was discouraging. And that was what was keeping that gloom over me. The minute I started concentrating on things that I actually thought was important and valued, I realized I wasn't giving time to it. And that's when the joy came back. I said, I can put time into this. And as I move forward, the business actually created itself because people began to ask me, and they had projects they wanted to do. And I'm like, oh, I can help you with that. And Dreams Global was birthed. Praise the Lord. That's how it happened.
That is amazing. And Sharonda, I've heard you tell that story before, and but no. Even though it's like it's hearing it the first time, because I'm like it's just so inspiring to know, like, because I know for me, I have definitely been there where you just feel like nothing is going right. I don't even know how to pick up from here. And I know that there have got to be other people out there that are feeling the same way. Absolutely. And they might be just like literally hating their job or just hate the situation that they are in. and it's like, where do I start? Okay, God. And you said that in just in that frustration that you were feeling, you sat down and you said, okay, God, help me. And he led you to just start writing.
Yes.
And in writing, he literally helped you to write your vision, to make it plain.
Right.
To overcome the gloominess.
Yeah,
and
it made me happy over here, girl. Yes, it's true. It is so true. It is so true. And like sometimes we expect a situation to bring back the joy. We expect a person to bring back the joy. When the truth of the matter is, God told me it was on the inside of me the whole time, and I was the one ignoring it. And where your focus is what grows. And so I was focusing on discouragement. So my business is literally about helping you fulfill your dreams so that you can turn those discouraging things into something purposeful and positive. And that's what has been a blessing about it, you know, whether somebody comes to me and they're talking about a life issue and they just feel a gap. Like me, I had a gap. I knew I experienced joy before. I knew I didn't have it. What was the gap? On what was positive. You know, and some people might say, I want to write it down and I want to publish it and put it out. That's the gap. I can help you. Some people are like discouraged about this virtual learning. Like, how do I work and watch my kids? How do I make sure they're safe and still be productive? There's a gap. And those are the things that I've been able to help people with. And it's just, you know, I don't even know how to express the gratitude for that.
Yes.
But yeah, that's what it's all about. It's fulfilling those dreams on the inside. And I want to make sure people understand, because people tell me like the dream, like what you do when you go to sleep, like you can interpret my dream. And I want you to know, those don't, you can call me, but I don't want you to think I can interpret, you know. That's not what it's about. It's that thing, you know that no matter what you do, you can't shake it. Like you were little and you just felt like you wanted to be on stage. And now you're 60 and you still want to be on stage. Okay. You don't fill the gap. It's, you know, when I was 12, I knew I loved doing hair. I know I'm working in a corporate thing, but I still want to create like that. Like that could be a dream. Some people literally just want to build shelters and put people in them. Like I've talked to a woman who's like, she's in law. And what she wants to do is just help build shelters. Like, listen, you can't shake it. So she has a great job, great income, but her goal, you know, is to help society in that way. So whatever that thing is on the inside, me, I've always loved to talk. I've always been a talker to a fault at most times. However, God has helped me to put that on the inside. So now I can talk you into filling those gaps to fulfill those dreams, you know? And yeah, so that's what it is.
That is awesome. You said something that I want to just sort of kind of rewind back to, because you said, oh, it was so profound. You said what you focus on is what grows.
Oh, yes.
You were focusing on negativity, so the negativity is what grew. Yes, but when you wrote it down and then you got your vision and you started focusing on that, then that's what started to grow.
I'm talking about immediately. Now, the situations didn't change. But my joy came back because my focus changed immediately. When your focus changed immediately is when your joy comes to you. And I'm going to be very honest. There are a lot of people that suffer with depression, especially during like holiday times and, you know, special parts of the year, maybe birthdays, because their hearts are breaking and maybe loved ones are gone. And listen, I know you know, Dia. I know you know. And so my goal is, because I can understand the downfall of that, is I want to help you take what's negative. I want to help you take what's discouraging, encourage you to do something positive and purposeful, like what you are doing, Dia. Because when you can take what is and make it something better, I promise you, it doesn't take the situation away.
That's right.
It gives you a better outlook. And then joy truly can be yours. And I keep harping on this word joy. I don't know if there's somebody out there who really don't feel joy at this point. I know what that's like, but you have to reach down on the inside, because it's given to you, you know, and the world can't take it away, but we can give it away. And we don't want to give it away. We want to keep it and grow it so we can share it. So whatever's discouraging, we want you to See what that is, okay? So my
That's
relationship
right.
is horrible. Guess what? I believe your goal is to make other relationships better then. Maybe
Yes.
you're to go help somebody else and put a smile on their face because that's what you're going to focus on. Your money's low. Okay, maybe it's time for you to begin to think about organizations and things like that. I can help build a house for somebody, Habitat for Humanity. I can help somebody else in a financial situation. It's going to get your mind off of it. It's going to help you grow. These are the gaps I want to help people fill because it's necessary. And if we can get our minds there, we can actually keep the joy,
Yes.
grow it
Yes.
forever, literally. So,
Yes. Oh my God. You said so much. And one of the things that you were just talking about was experiencing loss and how it can try to steal and take that
yes.
joy away from you.
Oh, yes.
And I just did another YouTube video, and also one of our good friends, Christina, who does grief counseling,
Yes.
did a Wellness Wednesday with her, but was talking about when my brother, he was tragically murdered very just abruptly back in 2008. And I remember back during that time, I struggled with being able to laugh and smile because I felt like I was like, how dare I? How dare I be happy and joyful? And he's not here. And God showed me something throughout that the enemy was wanting to steal this joy that God had given me, because God has given me a spirit of joy that is how I cope with life.
Yes.
Laughter and joy. And he showed me, like, listen, where your brother is, he doesn't even know what sadness and depression is. He doesn't have an option. So why would he want you to be walking around sadness and in depression? And he helped me to realize that my brother, the guys responsible for my brother's death, none of them gave me my joy. God gave me my joy.
Yes.
They did not give me my smile. God gave me my smile.
Right.
So I had to allow him to be the one to be my source of inspiration, to continue to have joy and to keep laughing and to keep smiling.
Wow.
And one of the things that me and my mom did to help fill that gap, like you talk about, Sharonda, to fill that gap, because I'm like, what we knew is that my brother's life, it was just too big to just be gone.
Come on.
And so we were like, we have got to find a way to honor his life. And in doing so, obviously having his children, my niece and my nephew, they definitely were just huge, help.
Yes.
But then my mom and I came together and we started the scholarship fund in his honor. Yes. And I say that because it helped to fill the gap of sadness for us.
Yes.
Because instead of sitting around and being like, gosh, well, now he's gone.
Yep.
What is his life? No, now we're going to turn it into an opportunity to help other guys. Yes. And say, you can do something different, and we're going to invest in you to do something different.
Yes.
And have a better life.
Yes.
And,
yeah. That is awesome. If that is not the most perfect example of turning a discouraging situation into something purposeful and positive, I don't know what it is. Literally. And I can imagine every year when y'all are raising money for other young men so their lives can be big like your brothers, that brings joy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't think you're around. And I want to say this, it's nothing wrong with crying. Listen,
that's right.
It took a year for me to get this together. So, so get it out. Those emotions, all emotions are important.
Yes.
However, what I want you to know is that you don't have to stay on the bad or the sad or the down end of those emotions.
That's right.
The higher, positive, and the energetic part is yours also. So I want to make sure I say that, because don't fake being happy.
That's right.
It's not necessary. God gave us tears. You better use them. Yes. But you have a smile too. You have to use that also. You know what I mean? I think you might have said it. There's a time and for everything. There's a time and a purpose for every season. That's and I want more of our seasons to be elation. I want more of our seasons to be joy. I mean, yes. I don't know why that's harping today, but joy is for you. Let me say it like this. 2020 was crazy. You know what I mean? Like, you know, to the point where I don't even have the words to explain what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But today, early in this year, in February, we can go ahead and determine we're going to take what could have been discouraging for us in that year and flip it. And we're going to make it super, super amazing. You see what I'm saying? We do have that power. So maybe that's why it's here, because maybe you lost your job. Maybe you lost a loved one. Maybe those things definitely happened. You were stressed all year. You know, it could have happened. And I know there's some that experienced greatness in 2020. You know, their businesses went higher and things like that. But I'm just talking to those right now who are saying, you know, how do I get to this place where I don't feel the way that I feel anymore? I want to feel better. I want to do better. I want to have better. Well, what I want you to do is just think about what is trying to take this from you.
Yes.
And flip it, you know. And if you need help, that's why we're here. You know, that's exactly why we're here. There's something you've been thinking about doing, getting a blog out. There's something you've been thinking about doing, such as maybe, you know, watching the kids at church. There are some people who are like, man, I ain't gonna do that because they don't want me. They got enough help. If you feel it, go for it and do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's so many things. Okay, let me hush.
Honey, listen, you speaking to me. If you ain't talking to nobody else, you speaking to me. Okay. So, and just like, I just want to reiterate, like Sharonda said, your feelings are valid. So feel what you need to feel. And, you know, like she was saying, you know, you might feel like, well, I don't have the money. Listen, when me and my mom got started with the scholarship fund, listen, Linda, we ain't rich around here. Okay. So we started with what we had, and we did fish fry fundraisers. Okay. And the community came out and helped us. So start with what you have.
Come on.
And just to sort of segue back into talking about DREEAMMS Global. So Sharonda, would you like to share with everyone exactly what DREEAMMS stands for?
Yes. Okay. So D is for divinity, because God loves me and God loves you, you know, and because he loves us, we can love him back. So that's number one. D stands for divinity. R is relationships, because I love people, and I really do love relationships. And evangelism is the first E. I've been able to evangelize locally, and evangelism just means, you know, speaking, you know, God's word without it being a sermon. You know what I'm saying? It could be a job, whatever. I love it. What it is. The other E is entrepreneurship. I believe one of my mentors had told me that you can't afford not to have a business. That doesn't mean everybody has to have a Fortune 500 business. But, you know, there are definite benefits from having one. And so entrepreneurship is definitely one of the things that are important to me, especially in our community. And A stands for academics, because I've been in education for 18 years. And so that's super important to me. And the children, you know, the way they learn, and now having a little one and seeing how fast they can just, oh my gosh. M is mission, and the difference between evangelism and mission to me is the abroad part. So the everyday, just, you know, speak, let God be known thing, but then there's sometimes God has allowed me to go, you know, global with it, international, and it's been a huge part of my life. And the people that I meet there, and the lives and the cultures, it changed me. You know what I mean? It's a addition to my life. And M then stands for more, because I like to dance. I like to put events together. I like to travel, you know, and it's just like, so more, or dreams would have been forever. Like it would have never ended. It would have been DREA, you know, so. So the last is more, and that all equals Sharonda. That's what the S is. So yes.
That's awesome. So divinity, relationship, evangelism, entrepreneurship, academics, mission, and more, and Sharonda. And I love it. I love it. I just want to attest, okay, and just throw in my little testimonial here. because I am a customer, a proud customer of Dreams Global. And now one of the things she helped me with before there was, I believe before there was Dreams Global, but with Dreams Global, she was actually able to help me with the scholarship fund that I was just mentioning, to be able to get it established or to get it incorporated. And I'm on the road now to having it established as a 501c3 in just a few weeks, you guys, because I was spinning my wheels going in the rat race. And this was our 10th year anniversary this year. And I kept telling my mom, I just want for our 10th year anniversary to get this established as a 501c3. And I tried to do it on my own. It was a headache and just a lot. And I said, I need somebody to talk to, somebody that can walk me through this process. I mentioned it to my girl. We did a consultation. It was a good fit. And she helped me in a few weeks to get it incorporated. And so I'm telling you, it works. And on that relationship note, okay, like I said, I think this might have been before Dreams. So this was in the dreams of Dreams. Okay. I was struggling with some decisions in life regarding relationship, some advice she gave me that helped me so much. It helped me so much, and it helped me to gather things together in my mind to make the decisions I needed to make. And now I am married to my loving husband, amazing, just happily married. And I ain't saying that she gonna put you with the right person, okay? Right. What I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is, if you need that advice, she got it for you.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God, you make me feel so special.
It's the truth.
I love your relationship. Y'all is so genuine and so fun and just so light giving.
Yes.
I just real. So, if you in need of something like that, I'll ask you, can I be honest with you? I'll say things like this to make sure that, if you are ready, we'll move forward with the advice. And we got some things stirring up that's gonna, go beyond the advice portion. So I am super hyped.
Yes, I am hyped for you, and I'm gonna be looking for girlfriends to be like, "Yeah, go ahead, my girl." So one of the other questions that I wanted to ask you, because I know that there's probably quite a bit of people out there that has started, who have tried to start their own business, and maybe like you, they've had a hard time, defining what the business was, or maybe like they don't have a vision, like myself, I've struggled with having a vision for many years, but when you hit those hurdles and those challenges in starting your business, what motivated you to keep going? What kept you saying, okay, I quit, I'm not doing this no more, but to stick with it?
Right. So truly is because though it was hard to define, because I didn't see like dream specialists or dream encouragers, I didn't see that. It was hard to define. But I know that morning, like it's stuck in my head. From going from gloom to joy, I knew it worked. And so I didn't want to be responsible. You know how they say, have the blood on your hands, knowing that I could have helped somebody go from discouragement to encouragement, go from sadness to happiness, or go from just being unfulfilled to fulfilled in life, did not try. So when it was hard to clarify, when I didn't feel like people understood, I was going to push anyway because I knew somebody needed it. I just knew it. I knew it, and I still know it. It's just true. It's just true. So that's what pushed me through, saying there's somebody that needs that one piece of a word of advice, that gap filler that says, Dad, that's exactly what it is. Thank you. And you put a pep in your step, and you walk and you're not like, oh my God, it's alarm clock. You're like, okay, I got some stuff to do, and you're excited about doing it. That's like, it's the best I want to say job, business in the world, you know?
Yes. What advice might you give to somebody who is out there? And because you've given a bunch of good nuggets already. But just wondering if there's any like one specific or a specific advice that you would give to someone who says, okay, I've been trying, I keep hitting the hurdles. What might be some advice you would want to give them to push them to keep going?
Okay, so immediately the thought that comes to my mind is just go back to prayer, you know, because obviously you're trying to fulfill your purpose. So you're on the right track. And if you keep getting stuck or, you know, there's hurdles or there's walls, you might want to go in prayer and realize what it is, so that you'll know either to scale the wall, knock it down, you know, or if there's a whole different route. So when I was going through that year of just like being discouraged all year, pretty much, though I would pray, I didn't pray for what was the thing. You know, it was like, God, I'm tired of this. You know, it was, you might be like, I'm trying, you know, or something like that. When it was like, okay, I'm not moving until I know what it is. You're going to help me. That was a different prayer. It was a different focus. It was like, I'm not going to pray the problem. I'm going to pray for the solution. So that would be my encouragement. I know you may have tried your business, you may have tried to leave your job, you might try to do the athletics, you might try to get your child in better grades, whatever it is. But this time, just go back in prayer a little bit and see if you can identify the revelation of what it is. And maybe that one thing is going to help you break that up and move forward. The second piece of advice I would say is literally, it doesn't have to be me. There are plenty of coaches out there, plenty of consultants that are available. And I, even if we're not a good fit, I would even refer you to others, but get help. It is nothing wrong with that. And that's exactly why we're here. We're meant to be in fellowship with one another. My supply could be what you need. Your supply could definitely be what I need. And that's how I feel like our friendship has been, dear. Like, you supply, well, I'm like, God, I need that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I get back. So don't be afraid to seek help. And if you're afraid of cost or like, you know, it costs to get help and stuff like that, you just never know.
That's right.
Never know. Just, okay, I always say it like this. James Naismith, he started basketball, but he started with a peach basket. But if you play basketball today, you would never know a peach basket is what.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So don't worry, just ask. And then once you know, then you know the next step. And
back to your point, prayer. I just wanted to also encourage those out there, you know, when it comes to prayer, that click that God gives you, it might not be you sit on your knees praying for 24 hours. It might not be, you know, you could be, I know for me, I don't know about y'all, but where I hear God or where he downloads things into me the most is when I'm by myself in the shower.
Okay.
I mean, and that's really a lot of times when I get ideas for what I'm gonna post or even starting my YouTube channel, I was in the shower and because I'm by myself, it's quiet, there's not a distraction because my daughter's not in there, my husband's not in there, no one's in there but me, you know, and I, like you said about your online book, I had wrote down a long time ago or over a couple of years ago about doing a blog. And I was like, and I started writing down blog ideas I would want to do and whatnot. And then I threw it to the side. I never did anything else with it. And then this year came and I was frustrated over a lot of things that were happening last year came, 2020. And I was frustrated with a lot of the things that had taken place. And I just had all of these things just built up inside of me that I just felt like I needed to say and get out. Anyway, in the shower, and it was just like, it's just like I felt inside, do it.
Nice.
Do it. And I was not, listen, you guys, I'm not the most tech savvy or any of that. And like Sharonda said, you learn in the doing.
Yes.
And that's literally because there's always going to be trial and error. Yes. There's always going to be that room for growth. But
Yes.
if you don't start somewhere, you ain't gonna get nowhere.
Nowhere.
Since you have started Dreams Global, what would you say would be one of the highlights or an event or milestone that you hit that you're like, I am so proud of my business for this?
Yes. So because it is something in my heart, the milestone that I've reached that made me the proudest and that just sticks with you is when you help someone fulfill their dream. God has blessed me to be able to author 3 books since I started, co-authored 1 devotional, so that's 4 together. I've had 3 businesses. Dreams Global was just one since, but I've had 3 businesses since, and I've been able to start my doctorate. But the best thing was to see somebody hold a book in their hand and say, "Oh my God,
I did it." Yes.
Even when you called and was like, "I think this says that we're incorporated." Like those things make me proud. It's like seeing birth happen. So those are the things in business that I like when, I'm showing somebody, the cover of their book. Even my mom, she just did her own cookbook and she was doing a master class maybe 2 weeks afterwards. She was so, I didn't talk about my mom, Lord Jesus. Okay, but I love her. Like she's my shero. So she knows we right here.
Yeah.
But she was afraid to do her master class. She's like, I cook all the time, but like putting it on video, like that's weird. But then when she was done, and she was like, like I was up here.
Yes.
And we were done, and we were able to post it out. Those things, that's the best in the entire world. So you keep smiling like you always say, and you mean it, and you always have one to give. So that's why I love doing interviews with people like you, because you're real. You don't want a YouTube channel just to have one. Like you truly are trying to help bring awareness, the things you did with SARS, all of that. It's just amazing. I mean, it's amazing. I'm very, very proud to be Cole's girlfriend.
Oh,
I really
same
am.
here.
That's no joke.
Listen, I'm so grateful for the group of friends and women that God have been able to put in my pathway, because I feel like I'm a part of me growing to who I am has been a result of being around just some amazing women who are also doing great things, and it inspires me. I'm like, man, she's doing her thing. Yes. So I know I can too.
Right. That's right. That's a good point. I want to just kind of highlight that, because when you do, it gives others permission to also. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That is important. So while you're wondering what people are thinking or if they're going to approve, they're actually just waiting for that permission to do.
Yes.
They're just waiting for you. Somebody, and seriously, somebody's like, dang, that was for me. Because it is. That was for you. We're waiting for you because you're going to give us permission to do it also.
Awesome. And the last thing that I wanted to ask you is if there is a quote that you use that helps inspire you that you might want to share with others.
Yeah. Okay, great. Right on time, because I hear Daniel.
Gotta go.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to read it. It says, be obedient to what God has told you to do. As you obey, you will look up and see how God has miraculously provided for you in his way and timing. So that comes from Genesis. I'll read it again. Be obedient to what God has told you to do. Just do it, you guys. And as you obey, you will look up and see how God has provided for you in his way and his timing. That comes from Abraham having to take his son Isaac up, and he was supposed to sacrifice him. You're thinking you're gonna have to give up your reputation, of your time. You think you're gonna have to give up of your, energy. But the truth is, the minute you start, you're gonna see God pull something from somewhere and give it to you. You're going to see people like Dia help you out. You're going to have people say, God, I need that. He's going to provide. Once you just walk up that mountain, just go. The provision was there. You didn't have to give up anything. You're going to gain everything. So just be obedient.
That's it, you guys. So look, do what God is telling you to do, and
Yeah,
you're going to look up and you're going to see the provision is there. Just keep on going.
that's right.
And with that, I just want to say, Sharonda, thank you so much for spending a little time with me today. How can people find Dreams Global?
Okay, you can go to my website, dreamsglobal.com, and it's spelled DREEAMMS Global. I'll say it again, DREEAMMS Global.com. If you want to reach out to have a consultation, just press the button above my picture on the homepage. You just want to send me an email, you can fill out the contact form at the bottom. And let's see if we're fit for each other, because you have goals and dreams to not only have, but fulfill in 2021. Let's make some more history.
Amen, you guys. I love it. Well, thank you again so much. And I want to encourage my community out there, you guys. If you have not done so already today, I want you to stop, find a reason to laugh, and keep smiling. Until next time, and always be blessed.